Hi, I'm Mika, and I'm going through the materials that I took with me, prepared with during the board exam. And I'm just gonna run over everything randomly, whichever I get, because I've long stashed this away and now just wanted to refresh. And maybe going through it gives me memories about the strategies that helped me make it. So let's go. Welcome to Mindset Magic with Mika, where we unlock clarity, courage, confidence, creativity, and connection so you can show up as your most expressed, most aligned, most unstoppable self. If you are ready to shift into your main character energy and design a life that feels as good as it looks, you're in the right place. I'm Mika Doria, your interior designer, your Mindset Magic Muse, branding goddess. Let's dive in. So the first thing I have here is this plastic envelope. So in the board exam venue, hindi ka kasi pwede magdala ng bag mo. So what I just have is this one, which is a clear envelope. As you can see, dapat clear so they see what's inside. And dito ko lang rin nilalagay if I need to bring bills or coins. If bibili ako ng documentary stamp at the venue itself. That that's what I remember doing. Dito rin nakalagay yung mga NOA ko, transaction receipt. My sheets are also here. The A4 one, extra na picture, ID picture. Nandito yung tracing paper ko. Just an extra. I also have my brown envelope here, which is required. This one, a brown envelope that is blank. It's a long brown envelope if you're curious. And it's just empty. Yeah, actually, yung resibo lang and yung NOA ko. That's what I remember putting here. So nostalgic. Nandito rin yung sablay ko. You don't bring it to the to the board exam. You bring it on your oath taking if you have this or whatever your school sigil is. This is the organizer I'm talking about. No, I did not bring this on the board exam itself. I'm just going over the materials kasi niligpit ko na. Okay, so, my drafting materials. Marami akong pencil case during the board exam just because gusto ko naka-organize ng maayos yung mga gagamitin ko. Iba yung pencil na ginamit ko and pens na I use for the actual multiple choice part, the theoretical. And syempre, iba rin yung ginamit ko sa drafting itself. Inside this pencil case, yung mga magkakasama dito is the pens that I use for practicing my perspectives. So as you can see, meron lang akong apat. Take note, ito yung ginamit ko when I was practicing my muscle for the perspectives and the drafting. So I have here point 0.6, point 0.5, point 0.3, and point 0.2. Tapos, yung point 0.6, I remember, ginamit ko siya sa walls when I was practicing for the thickest line. That was my standard. And then, yung point 0.5, yung point 0.5, I use it for the title, for the text. Kasi pen nga yung pinang-draft ko. If I remember correctly, I used yung point 0.3 ko for the call-outs sa heavy writing. I used yung point 0.2 for the furniture lines. If makikita nyo, medyo merong masking tape. Yung dalawa kong mostly used na pens. That is my cue, that is my guide na, ay, yung pinakamakapal, yan yung point 0.5. And then yung manipis ko, that's point 0.3. So, it's easy to see. This is how I practice yung muscle memory for the board exam. This is also how I make it easy for me to decide ano yung gagamitin ko na line weight. Kasi I have the marks already. And that helps me cut the decision-making time so I can just proceed to completing my sheets. I also have dito dalawang sharpener. One sharpener for my color pencils kasi nga yun yung ginagamit ko for the details, and then another sharpener for the number 2 Mongol pencil na we should be using to mark our multiple choice answer sheet. So let's proceed to my next pencil case. This is my drafting pencil case. And it looks like this. It is a roll out pencil case. I've had this since I was in my freshman year in UP. Ganun na siya katagal. And it's still alive with me. I think phase out na yung actual design niya. And look at me, just unrolling it. I like it kasi it's so easy to use. And when you see what's inside. Okay, let me show you. Tada! So, ganito yung pencil case roll version. And I love it kasi parang may natural order na to things. So, paano ko siya ginagawa? Kapag ina-arrange ko siya, nandito yung lightest ko to the darkest line weight. Nandito yung thickest to the thinnest line weights. So, it also helps me decide pagdating ng drafting na, ay okay, if I need something thicker, I can use this. I can go to this area. If I need something thinner, I can go to this area. If I need a lighter line weight for my pencil, I can go here and there. So, it really, really helps me so much. And especially na, ginamit ko siya since freshie ako hanggang sa mga esquisses namin, hanggang sa gumraduate ako, hanggang sa nag-practice ako, nag-prepare ako for the board exam. Parang extended arm ko na siya. Because sobrang familiar na ako with it. So I didn't really change my pencil case na. I ended up using the ones that I am also familiar with during college. And medyo may sentiment rin kasi, di ba? This entire pencil case, dala ko siya during the board exam, pero nakamark lang yung mga ginagamit ko talaga for the actual board exam design part. Tapos may mga extra lang ako para sa mga mostly used ko. And I'll pull out my most used drafting pencils. Mika, how do you know? Paano mo sila naaalala? Kasi meron nga silang mark. And thank God na may mark sila because I can show it now to you. So for doing the design part, nagpe-pencil ako, then ini-ink ko because I really like inking. It feels so neat and complete to me. But it really depends on where are you used with. So, ito yung pencils na gamit ko. See? I have F, fine, 2H, 4H, and 6H. Mahilig ako sa mga H na pencil kasi madiin ako magsulat. Like really so much pressure when I am writing, when I am drafting. But I learned eventually naman to keep it lighter. But still, since may ganun akong tendency, I've been using this. Yung 6H, I use it for the lightest lines. So, construction lines, ganon, mga lines ko, guidelines ko for my architectural lettering. And then yung 4H, I use it for the dimension lines kasi it should be lighter also. And then yung 2H ko naman, I use it for the furniture lines, for the built-ins, and iba't ibang pressure na lang. And then, for the F naman, this is my thickest, boldest pencil line weight that I use. And I use it for my walls or sa mga ticks dun sa dimension line. That's where I use it. I don't use HB kasi medyo nasa smudge and I don't have the drafting gloves and you don't have to naman. I survive. And minsan kasi nasa smudge ko and nabublur yung pencil based on my practices. Kaya nga ako nagpe-pen. And kaya rin I just chose F and H kasi it's easier for me to manage. Hindi pa sila sobrang lapitin ng smudge. And it looks so clean to me. Although, a note, careful lang sa H kasi nga since hard yung lead niya, sobrang tulis talaga niya. Oh, and I also love yung H kasi you just have to sharpen once in a while and maganda pa rin yung lines. Maganda pa rin yung quality of lines. So, careful lang kasi baka mapunit or mabutas yung papel dahil it's a hard lead and sobrang light talaga ng appearance niya, lalo sa tracing paper. So, I have to be like, pero kabisado ko kasi yung tools na to. That's why it works for me. So, feel free to take what resonates and to also start exploring as early as now kung ano yung mga tools na you are familiar with na really parang second arm mo sila, parang extended limbs mo sila. So, it's gonna be muscle memory that you're gonna be banking on pagdating sa physical aspect ng design exam. Now, let's talk about the pens that I use. This is for the actual drafting na. The ones that I showed kanina in my other pencil case is the ones I use for the practice. For practicing the design piece. And Mika, bakit magkaiba? Well, it's really just because during that time, I was trying to explore kung ano yung most preferred ko na mga line weights. And the ones that I ended up using in the board exam, syempre, yun na yung final list ko. And then, I just ended up using the rest of the pens in my other pencil case para lang magamit ko sila. And sure ako na I have more than enough ink, even though I have extra, na I have more than enough ink nga for my design sheets. So remember, in my other pencil case, I have yung mga 0.6 ko for the thickest walls. I have 0.3 and then 0.5, 0.2. So yung equivalent niya for the board exam na I use, I have 1.0, which I used for my architectural lettering. It's this Artline calligraphy pen 1.0 and I like it kasi naka-chisel na siya for doing my titles, my labels for the drawing. And then I have 0.8 here, which I use for the walls. It's the classic Unipin. I have my zero point 0.5 for the furniture lines, the built-ins, zero point 0.2 para sa pagsulat ng dimensions, and some maybe details ng nasa floor plan ko. My most favorite is 0.05. I use this for the detailing, the hatches. I use it for the tiniest details to really have that designer touch pagdating sa plans and even sa perspective. So actually the things that I showed you, the line weights that I shared with you, these are also the things that I use in the perspective, not just the construction documents. So very strategic rin yung pagpili ko ng line weights. As you can see, nagsiskip ako, di ba? So I have yung 1.0 for the chisel na titles, labels. And then I also have yung 0.8 for the walls. I have yung 0.5 for the medium lines. I have yung 0.3 or 0.2 for the not so medium lines. And I have the 0.05 for the lightest lines. And then, imagine nyo, apply nyo rin yun pagdating sa perspective. So, that's how I did it. So, the things in the perspective na malapit sa viewer, I use the thickest line weight for it. And then, yung mga nagre-recede na details, palight ng palight yung line weight na gamit ko. So that is my hacks. That is my approach in doing the perspectives and having that visual impact rin. See, it's so beautiful. Easy to roll, easy to open, easy to lay out on the table as you need. Diba? That's why I love it. It's such on the go. Kasi compared dun sa parang tube na pencil case, gusto ko yung kita ko na agad lahat ng laman ng pencil case ko. And this helps me. Although meron rin naman siyang parang tube na case inside, dun ko lang sinustore yung mga extra ko na pens and extra pencils ko. Another drafting tool, of course, yung mga pang-measure natin. So important. So, I have two triangle scales, metric scales. Actually, I had this since I was in Freshie, and the first metric scale that I have, nandito yung 1:30, 1:40, 1:25, 1:50 of course, 1:10, 1:20. So, depends rin kasi eh. I know yung iba meron silang 1:75. So, depends on the metric scale that you have. And I remember before I took the boards, may mga nag-a-advise to get as much range as you can pagdating sa mga metric scales para yun yung gagamitin mo. So, and para ready ka kung ano man yung kailangan mo to really optimize the design sheets. So for me, this was enough for me then. Tapos, I also have this other scale, which is in English. I think it's an English scale if I remember correctly. Pero hindi ko siya masyadong nagamit. So, also learn how to read this. Tinuturo to sa ibang review center. This is usually used kapag sa furniture naman. This one is, of course, the metric scale, yung mga 1:50. It's what we use usually kahit nung undergrad natin. So, highly recommend to familiarize yourself with your scales. Lots more of drafting tools. I have my French curve here na I like bringing ever since. Actually, all the tools that I'm sharing with you, I've had this, most of them, since I was in Freshie talaga. So, as you can see, may mga wear and tear na sila. And that is proof of life na lang nila. I have my French curves para ready ako whatever man yung lumabas. I also have my old triangles, which are small, as you can see. And I had this masking tape sa ilalim nila. Just a light layer, just one layer of masking tape. Para kapag nagda-draft ako, hindi na sa smudge ng sobra yung ink na I use on the sheets. So, that was the secret there. Para medyo nakaangat siya, di ba? So, of course, our classic triangles. I've had this since I was freshie. Still have them. And then, of course, our circle templates. I never really use yung furniture template, and I don't think they're allowed also in the exam. But it's fine kasi when you know the basic forms, this is easy for you. You can practice as early as now na yung basic forms pa lang. Whatever the basic form is, you can make something out of it and that's gonna help you. Whatever man yung in-need mo in the design part. Sobrang dami ko talagang circle templates. I have this ellipse template. I have this big circle template. And my favorite template ng mga circles, just medium-sized circles. Perfect sa mga ginagawa kong stools. I also have this. Actually, marami akong variations ng circle templates kasi I'm the type of person na gusto ko sakto. Gusto ko sakto yung mga bilog na gagawin ko. Having these alternatives for the template help me pinpoint while drafting na, ay wait lang, parang mas sakto to, or eto. So that's how I use it. And it helps me be consistent and clean in my drafting and fast also. So I love them. Dala ko rin yung best friend natin as interior design students who got a draft. My T-squares. I have two. Nagdala ko ng dalawa for the board exam. Just because I have to. And para na lang sure na if madumi na yung isa kong T-square or something happens, meron akong extra na dala. So, I have this na wood. Maganda yung wood kasi it helped me na wala masyadong smudges when I was drafting. Kasi, medyo nakaangat siya, 'di ba? Medyo nakaangat siya. And then, my other T-square, this is my classic T-square from Freshie Year pa talaga. And as you can see, tada, it's the clear one. And it's my favorite, my best friend talaga. For the longest time. Ayun nga, nabura-bura na yung ibang measurements. Kasi I would always clean it after drafting. Yun nga pala, also remember to clean your drafting tools every before and after you do your practice drills, and even before the design day, lalo, double check. Kasi mamaya may marks dyan, may dumi dyan. Kung mas-spread siya on your sheets, it might make it invalid. So as you can see, meron rin akong masking tape dito. The same strategy that I use for my triangles. Para nga, medyo smudge-proof yung T-square ko. Kasi mga pens ko hindi. So, siya na lang mag-adjust. So, there's that. For those asking, this is a 36 inches long T-square. It's the longest one available sa market, if I remember correctly. Or during when I still bought it as a freshie. And I got it na para sa mga bigger sheets. Pero for the board exam naman, usually A3 sheets yung nire-require nila. And maybe the biggest would be 15 by 20 board, which is the one for the perspective. So this is plenty already. This is such a good size. And it helps me do yung mga long perspectives, lalo kapag malayo yung vanishing point and kailangan maabutin. This is really plenty helpful. I also have the big triangle. So, di ba kanina, nakita niyo yung triangles ko na clearly kinda oldie na. So, I got this big triangles na malinis. These are new ones. Para naman, mas malaki yung reach niya when I'm doing my perspectives. Kasi I like really using the triangles. It's so versatile. Horizontal, vertical lines, diagonal lines. I love it. So, I got this one. So, ang laki niya, di ba? And pagdating sa pag-draft ko, It's easy for me rin kasi, I don't know, like for me, it's easier to control when it's this big. So, I got this. And ayan nga, yung pang draft ko na masking tape. So, it's clean. I also have this bigger one, which is my absolute favorite pagdating sa perspectives. And you know na I always do my 2-point perspective, lalo in my board exam journey. And this is super helpful for me for doing the lines from the vanishing point to where I want it to be. So, so good. And it even comes with the free French curve. So that's really, really good. I'll show you my drafting boards later. So let's proceed to my rendering materials. So ang favorite ko talaga for my perspectives, for my renders ay watercolor. And yeah, I've been using it even nung freshie ako, watercolor talaga kasi forgiving siya. And then like na, it feels so free. So let's start with my brushes. Ang dami, no? Pero actually, I just bought it na marami. And then, nag-handpick na ako ng mga gagamitin ko lang, ng mga go-to ko for the board exam. You see? I don't remember exactly kung ano yung mga ginamit ko, but I remember, parang tatlo lang talaga yung go-to ko na brushes for rendering. So, I have the biggest one, which I use for general areas, wash. And I have this round brush na na-adjust mo yung size ng line, ng stroke, depends on the pressure you put. So I like this. And the round brush really holds lots of water. So that is helpful for the visual impact, for the effect, for the signature style ng rendering na I am really emulating for myself. I also have the thinnest brush. This is my thinnest back then for like the small details, mga maliliit na areas. So that's what I do. So like a large one, medium versatile one, and then a small one. Next is my watercolor mixing plate. It looks like this. And ayan. So I basically pre-mix yung mga colors na gusto ko gamitin, mga usually ko ginagamit sa design ko. Para when I'm in the actual board exam journey na, it's easy for me to remember na, ay, oo nga, this goes together with this goes well with this is what I usually use, ito yung katabi niya, ito yung ginagamit kong shade for my woods, for my greens, and all that. So, really makes it easy for me to remember and to ground myself na, yes, I've done this before, I've chosen these colors before, and I can do it again here. So, yeah, that's my technique. So, watercolor reveal. I have this, which I think this is 30 pieces ng colors. Tama ba ako? It's the Sakura Koi. I've had it since freshie rin. And it's still alive. Nagamit ko rin siya sa boards. This is the only thing I use. See? Nandyan pa yung trace ng battlefield. Nandito pa yung trace of all my attempts to mix color. See? And I didn't really clean up. I know I said to clean up your drafting tools, but for my rendering materials, I'm kinda softer on that. Di ko masyado nililinis kasi I like the color combinations that I do. I really like the color combinations and the harmony of how it's working together. Kaya yan, I just keep it there. I know that it's gonna help me spark an idea for my design during the board exam. And it looks like this. So, tama nga ako. It's 30 colors. Tada! This is my rendering best friend, my watercolor. Now, for the finest of detailing, lalo kapag may time pa, which I do my best to have time para maka-add pa ako ng values, ng shadows, ng highlights, din sa perspective ko, I have my color pencils. Meron akong 3 kinds ng color pencils. I have this watercolor pencil, which I use para mas softer yung dating niya sa watercolor ko. I have my Prismacolor, which is my mostly used sa mga accent details ko or like accent colors because it really comes with beautiful, beautiful shades. And yung highlights ko, I have gold and silver here, I remember. And I use that to add more detail. And my most favorite is definitely this. It's gonna be my favorite, the Polychromos, kasi ang hard ng lead niya. And it's sharp. So, meaning, I can create really, really little details with it. And di ba madin nga ako magsulat. Even if I apply a little bit more pressure, it's still gonna be capable of handling yung pressure na I put into it. I really like it. Yung Prisma, it's really soft. So, maganda siya sa blending ideas. Pero yung Polychromos, I really love it already for doing the shades, the hatches. I love it. Ang reliable ng LED niya. That's what I would say. Mostly use ko dito is the white and the black. Others, of course, I have my classic protractors. Just in case na kailanganin. I have my drafting brush to keep things clean, lalo pag may bura-bura. And syempre, my favorite na pambura. Tada! Wow, di masyado nagbura, no? That's because there's barely really time to remove, erase, or construction lines. It's okay for them to be there. Pagka pen ko, I just leave the construction lines there. It's part of it. Parang mas ginamit ko to sa academic part mostly. I also have this container. Dito nakalagay yung rubber bands ko, binder clips, bulldog clips, tada. All those things na baka kailanganin kasi when compiling the sheets or whatever man na kailangan. I made sure na I have it. I also have glue. So, you never really know. So, I just have it for safety measure. I have my compass, stapler. Now, here is my drafting board that I use for the board exam. I'm not sure if it's well captured. I think this is 26 by 30. I don't really remember much, but I've actually brought 2 drawing boards in the board exam just to be sure of the size talaga. And of course, yung pinaka-pinractice ko na drafting board, yun yung ginamit ko talaga for the actual design portion para sure ako na hindi maninibago yung body ko when I started drafting. I have this white cartolina here para it's clean. I don't remember if required yung cartolina, so please double check na lang yung exam guidelines. And then lastly, this is my main drafting board. It's just covered in Manila paper now, pero it's really white cartolina sa ilalim. Nilagyan ko lang siya ng Manila paper para when I will be transporting it dun sa design venue, dun sa exam venue, it's easier for me to not worry about it na baka madumihan yung white cartolina ko or what because it's covered. So, this is my main drafting board for the exam. And this is 20 by 40, I think. So, yeah, I brought 2 and nagdala pa ako ng isang 60 by 40 na collapsible table and I also have my trolley. So, but ang dami kang dala, right? But it's because that's what I was used to when I was practicing. Ang laki rin talaga ng table ko sa bahay. I leverage that. Yung trolley ko, it's really a surface of its own. Even my 60 by 40 na table. Doon ko nilagay yung mga pang-render materials ko. Lalo na may tubig yung watercolor, di ba? Para at least if matapon siya, it's gonna be far from my construction documents na I'm working on. So yeah, that's basically mostly my materials that I ended up using in the board exam. And I hope this helps you. For more detailed strategies, tips, mindset, hacks, and everything to prepare you for the interior design licensure exam, check out my Mindset Magic with Mika podcast, Idla Special. You can binge watch there all the tips from us, the passers, and of course, top-notchers. And I'm super excited for you. Let me know how this helps you and good luck future IDR. Let's shift into our main character energy. That's a wrap for today's episode. I hope these insights gave you clarity, courage, confidence, and peace as you prepare for your own board exam journey. And guess what? We're just getting started. I have something special coming up, an entire Italy podcast special where I sit down with recent board passers and top-notchers to break down their strategies, mindset shifts, and everything they wish they knew before taking the exam. So if you are serious about passing, make sure to follow Mindset Magic with Mika so you don't miss an episode. We're here to set you up for success. Until next time, trust yourself, take up space, and keep going. You got this. You are the main character of your life. If this episode sparked something in you, share it with a friend or tag me at Mika Daria on Instagram. I'd love to see how you're stepping into your magic. And if you're loving the podcast, please leave a review. It helps more visionaries, achievers, and creatives like you find this space. And as always, let's shift into our main character energy together. Keep shining, keep creating, and I'll see you in the next one.